Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we meticulously examine the significant moments and compassionate endeavors emanating from the heart of the British royal family. Today, we delve into a profound and deeply personal matter that has seen two key figures, Princess Beatrice and Catherine, the Princess of Wales, unite, not through a formal joint appearance, but through the shared dedication to illuminating the often unseen tribulations and profound difficulties faced by mothers during the demanding and sometimes harrowing journey of early parenthood. We are witnessing a truly transformative era within the monarchy, one characterized by an unprecedented level of emotional transparency and vulnerability from its most prominent members. This movement toward openness is crucial, particularly when addressing sensitive subjects like maternal well-being and the unique challenges associated with the arrival of a premature child. Before we immerse ourselves in the heartfelt revelations made by Princess Beatrice and the important context provided by the future Queen, Catherine, do remember to show your support. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already joined our community, and ring that notification bell so you never miss our detailed royal updates. Your engagement truly helps us continue to bring these stories to light. The narrative we are exploring today centers on a powerful convergence of purpose. First, we must acknowledge the broader context set by Catherine, the Princess of Wales. As the future Queen Consort, her voice carries immense weight, and she has consistently utilized her platform to champion early childhood development and, more recently, to address the critical subject of perinatal mental illness. Catherine recently penned a truly personal and moving note, a testament to her commitment, designed specifically to raise widespread awareness about the severe mental health struggles women can endure during and immediately following the monumental experience of childbirth. The perinatal period, encompassing pregnancy and the year following birth, is a time of immense physical and emotional upheaval, and the Princess of Wales is keenly aware that silence surrounding these mental health challenges, conditions such as severe anxiety, depression, and even psychosis, can be devastating. Her intervention is not merely symbolic, it's an active effort to destigmatize seeking help, ensuring that mothers know they are seen, understood, and supported during what is often portrayed as a time of unadulterated joy, but which can, in reality, be profoundly difficult. It is against this backdrop of heightened royal empathy and awareness that Princess Beatrice, the Princess of York, stepped forward with her own compelling testimony, focusing specifically on the intense emotional landscape navigated by mothers whose babies arrive prematurely. The occasion for her deeply resonant statement was World Prematurity Day, a date globally recognized to highlight the struggles of premature infants and their families, and to advocate for improved care and research. Princess Beatrice, but known for her dedication to various philanthropic causes, holds a particularly vital role in this area. She serves as a dedicated patron of Born, a distinguished research charity committed entirely to preventing premature birth. In her remarks, Beatrice illuminated the specific, often isolating emotional experience of facing an unexpected early delivery. She spoke candidly about the lonely phase of her life when she first received the news that her second child would be making an appearance far sooner than medical expectations had initially dictated. This sense of isolation, she explained, is often compounded by the societal pressures placed upon modern mothers, particularly those in the public eye. Beatrice's words cut directly to the core of this issue, offering a profound insight into the maternal mindset. She articulated, with refreshing honesty, that I think so often, especially as moms, we spend our lives, feeling we have to be perfect to do this. This pursuit of an unattainable perfection, a flawless pregnancy, a smooth delivery, and an immediate, joyful transition into motherhood is a heavy burden. When that idealized script is shattered by the unexpected reality of prematurity, the emotional fallout can be staggering. Beatrice continued her observation, detailing the specific moment of realization that changes everything for an expectant mother. And sometimes, when you are faced with that moment of learning that your baby's going to come a bit early, it can be incredibly lonely. This statement is powerful precisely because it comes from a member of the royal family. The loneliness she describes as multi-layered. It is the physical loneliness of long hours spent in the neonatal intensive care unit (NICU, watching a tiny, vulnerable life fight for every breath, It is the emotional loneliness of feeling disconnected from friends and family whose pregnancies followed the expected trajectory. And crucially, it is the silent, internal loneliness of feeling like one has somehow failed to carry the child to term, a feeling that medical professionals constantly work to dispel, yet one that often clings stubbornly to the maternal psyche. To fully appreciate the context of Princess Beatrice's personal experience, we must look at the timeline surrounding the arrival of her daughter. It was announced by Buckingham Palace in January of 2025 that Princess Beatrice and her devoted husband, Edoardo Mappalimozzi, had joyfully welcomed their daughter, Athena Elizabeth Rose. The name itself, Athena, invoking wisdom and strength, and Elizabeth Rose, paying homage to the late queen and the traditional beauty of the flower, is a symbol of hope and enduring love. The journey leading up to that announcement, however, was clearly marked by the anxieties and uncertainties that accompany an early arrival. Beatrice has not shied away from sharing the difficulty of this experience previously. Earlier in March of that year, she contributed a poignant piece to the highly respected publication, British Vogue, where she further elaborated on the raw, unprepared reality of welcoming a child early. In her writing for Vogue, she emphasized that absolutely nothing quite prepares a parent for the sudden acceleration of life and the medical complexities that accompany an early birth. She highlighted the sheer, overwhelming sense of being powerless in a situation demanding absolute strength, stating plainly, there's so little control. This lack of control is perhaps the most frightening aspect for new parents. Pregnancy is often managed meticulously, scheduled appointments, diet plans, preparation lists. Prematurity rips away that structure, substituting organized anticipation with constant monitoring, medical uncertainty, and the terrifying knowledge that the baby's survival may depend on external medical technology and expertise. Princess Beatrice's role as the patron of Born is therefore not merely a ceremonial appointment. It is a deeply personal commitment fueled by her own lived experience. Born is dedicated to vital research, aiming not just to improve care for premature babies, but fundamentally, to understand the causes of preterm birth so they can be prevented altogether. The statistics surrounding prematurity are stark and underscore the urgency of Born's mission. Globally, preterm birth, defined as babies born before 37 weeks of gestation, is the leading cause of death in children under the age of 5. Even those who survive often face lifelong health challenges, including cerebral palsy, learning difficulties, and chronic respiratory problems. By lending her considerable visibility to Born, the eldest daughter of Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, and Sarah, the Duchess of York, ensures that this critical research receives the attention and funding it desperately requires. She firmly believes that through the combined efforts of researchers, medical professionals, and charitable organizations like Born, they will indeed bring about profoundly positive change. This collaborative push is designed to create better outcomes, not just medically for the premature babies themselves, but also emotionally and practically for their entire families, who are thrown into a state of crisis. This commitment to addressing the practical, medical, and emotional fallout of early birth forms a powerful complement to the work being spearheaded by the Princess of Wales regarding perinatal mental health. It is notable and highly strategic that Beatrice's emotional statement emerged so closely after the future queen. Catherine penned her own powerful personal note. This timing suggests a coordinated, though perhaps unofficial, effort within the royal family to tackle the holistic well-being of mothers, where Catherine focuses on the mental and emotional health of women grappling with illness during and after birth. A universal struggle that transcends socioeconomic lines, Beatrice provides a specific, detailed lens focused on the high-stress environment of prematurity, a scenario that dramatically amplifies existing mental health risks. Imagine the compounding stress. Not only is the mother dealing with the physiological and hormonal changes of the postpartum period, but she is simultaneously managing the trauma of an early delivery, the guilt associated with not carrying the baby to term, and the fear for her child's immediate and long-term survival. The emotional burden becomes almost unbearable. This dual approach, Catherine addressing the general crisis of maternal mental illness, and Beatrice addressing the specific crisis triggered by prematurity, demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of public health advocacy. It ensures that no segment of the maternal experience is overlooked. Furthermore, the willingness of both princesses to share elements of their own vulnerability is a deliberate departure from the historic royal tradition of absolute reserve. For generations, the royal family maintained a strict code of never complain, never explain. Today, we see a new maxim emerging: be open, be supportive, and use your voice for change. This transparency fosters an essential connection with the public. When Princess Beatrice speaks about feeling incredibly lonely, she is no longer just a royal figure. She is a mother, speaking directly to millions of other mothers who have sat sleeplessly beside an incubator, feeling exactly the same way. This connection builds trust and, crucially, encourages those struggling to seek the necessary professional help that Catherine is advocating for. The work of Born, championed by Beatrice, aims to reduce the necessity of that loneliness and fear. Research is focused on identifying biomarkers and developing interventions that can keep babies in utero until they are fully developed. If medical advances driven by this research can reduce the rate of preterm births, the subsequent reduction in maternal trauma, anxiety, and depression will be enormous. In essence, these two royal figures are tackling the same overarching problem, the fragility of maternal well-being, from two complementary angles: prevention and cure, awareness and support. Princess Beatrice's personal anecdote transforms an abstract global health issue into a tangible, relatable experience. By acknowledging the immense pressure to be the perfect mother, she grants permission to countless women to acknowledge their own imperfections and vulnerabilities without shame. This shift in narrative, from royal stoicism to genuine human relatability, is arguably one of the most significant contributions the current generation of the royal family is making to modern public discourse. In conclusion, the statements from both the Princess of Wales and the Princess of York represent a powerful, unified front in the ongoing battle for maternal health recognition. Catherine's broad, deeply empathetic appeal for perinatal mental health awareness provides the essential framework, while Princess Beatrice's specific, raw testimony regarding the shock and isolation of premature birth fills in a critical piece of the puzzle. Through her continued patronage of Born and her willingness to revisit the intimate, challenging details surrounding the arrival of her daughter, Athena Elizabeth Rose, Princess Beatrice is ensuring that the millions of families facing prematurity around the world know they are not forgotten. Her belief that combined efforts will yield better outcomes is a beacon of hope for medical professionals and parents alike. This convergence of royal dedication underscores a vital message. Motherhood, in all its forms and challenges, requires communal support, relentless research, and, above all, the courage to speak honestly about the moments when we feel least in control. What are your thoughts on this new era of royal transparency? Do you believe that Princess Beatrice's personal experience will significantly boost awareness and funding for premature birth research? Please share your perspectives and insights in the comments section below. Your feedback is invaluable to our discussion. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the world of the monarchy, and join us for our next celebrity and royal update. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.